Thank you for booking a strategy session with me. You are confirmed, everything is ready to go. So you'll be getting some emails, and one of those emails is going to contain a gift for you. It's a free guide, How to Know You're Meant to Be a Healer. So I hope that you enjoy that. Be sure to be on that call. Super important. Just put it in your phone, make an alarm or put it in your calendar, whatever works for you. But be sure to show up. It's super important. I wanted to take some time out also just to let you know a little bit about myself and my journey and how I got here doing what I'm doing today. So in my 20s, I really wanted to be a nurse, and I went to college to be a nurse. I had 3 small children, so it was a lot of work making sure everything worked out. But I went, and unfortunately I had a bad head injury. And so as much as I loved nursing, the idea of nursing, I loved the science of it, helping people, the idea of working in the healthcare industry, helping people to heal and all of that, I decided to take some time off of school and think about if this was really going to be a good environment for me with my head injury, and I had some PTSD after this too. So I worked as a nurse's aide for a couple of years, and it just wasn't really the right environment for me. It was stressful. There were a lot of emergencies. There were sometimes angry patients and sometimes angry doctors. Um, so I decided to go a different direction. I decided to go to massage school. And I had gotten interested in massage school because around that time I was very tired, and I went to my doctor and I said, I'm exhausted. And he did some tests and he said, well, nothing's wrong with you, so take these antidepressants. And I said, but I'm not depressed, I'm just tired. And his response was, well, just try the antidepressants and see what happens. So I wasn't happy with that solution, and I went to a health food store and I told them this whole story. And they said, well, what are you eating? And I said, oh, donuts and muffins and pasta. There were not a lot of vegetables or protein in what I was eating, in between, chasing the kids and cleaning up messes and reading stories to them and everything. And I really didn't know that much about nutrition in my early 20s, to be honest. So they gave me a protein shake mix, and they gave me some vitamins, and they said, make sure you're getting plenty of sleep, and go for a walk every day, take some time out for yourself. And I followed their advice and I felt so much better, and that really started to tune me into the holistic healing scene. So I became interested in yoga and meditation and herbs and all of that. I really loved all of that, in addition to being interested in Western medicine. I think that they complement each other very well. And so I decided that that would be a good place for me to go into massage, because I was also so interested in, holistic healing and all of that. And I went to massage school. I was still working as a nurse's aide. I had at that time 4 children, and I had separated from my husband. So I was alone. I didn't have a lot of support. I had 4 kids and working hard. We were very poor that year. My kids like to tease me still about the days that we were so poor that I would buy dish soap and use it for shampoo, laundry detergent, dishwasher detergent, everything, because I just couldn't afford anything else. And so I kept it up, kept up the momentum, worked my way through massage school with all of this going on. And I was so excited about starting my career. And the very last day of school with my favorite teacher, she said, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but good luck paying your bills with what you're going to make when you start out as a massage therapist. And I was shocked, and I think we all were. And of course we said, what do you mean? And she said, well, if you start a business in massage, it's going to take a while to build up your clientele. If you work for a franchise, you're probably going to get burned out or get injured, so you don't want to go that way. If you work for a chiropractor, you're going to have to still build up your clientele, because they usually don't keep you very busy in places like that. And so it just sounded like a nightmare scenario for a single mom, and I was really scared to start my career as a massage therapist. So instead, because I was a little burned out with the nursing thing, I got a job as a sales clerk in a nutrition store. And it was really interesting work. I did like what I was doing. I got to learn a lot about herbs, and I got to work with people, still help them heal in a way. But ultimately, I just didn't make enough money. I had no benefits. We were still very poor, and I had spent all of this time, and effort becoming a massage therapist, and I really felt like that was something I wanted to pursue. So I decided I was just going to figure out how to make massage work for me as a career. And I had let my license lapse. I had to get the money together to get my license, and I had to do a lot of continuing education. And so I started researching the local businesses because I didn't have the resources at that time to start my own business. And I started, networking and going into these places and just feeling what the vibe was like in these different places. And I did find a few different interesting opportunities for massage, but I also found a lot of places that had a very low standard for professionalism. I saw front desk people gossiping about their coworkers, and not greeting me when I would walk through the door, or not smiling, and just kind of having this attitude of, oh, it's another person. And so I do think that my teacher had some good points to make about it being difficult to find a good job in massage. But I did ultimately find a really good job. And it was a franchise, which we were warned away from in massage school. We were told, you don't want to work for a franchise. They'll burn you out, they'll injure you, and you won't make any money. And so I started working for this company, and it was just amazing from the very first experience. I walked through the door, and they were friendly, they were professional, they treated everyone the same way. And that is what I wanted my clients to experience. It's what I wanted to experience. The owners also believe in servant leadership, so the people at the top are looking out for the people working under them, which makes a huge difference in the environment that you're working in. It's just so supportive and kind, and their mission was to educate people about massage and to be the best employers in the massage industry in our area. And they really are. They're great people, and they've done a great job business-wise. And so I was really happy to find this job. After I'd been working there for a couple of years, I did have an opportunity to start my own business on the side, and so that was another adventure for me. I really enjoyed that. I was really excited, but I found that marketing was very difficult for me. I'm introverted, and I don't love social media. And so, spending a lot of time passing out business cards and hanging out on social media, just chit-chatting, was really pretty exhausting. And I struggled a lot that year with the marketing aspect and keeping my business going. When I did my taxes, actually, at the end of the year, it was just so sad. I lost the child tax credit that I would have gotten if I'd made a little less money, so that the amount of money that I made was about equal to the amount of money that I lost. And so I felt like I'd been working all year so hard on this business for free. And I did end up hiring a business coach and learning more about marketing and getting it together and figuring out how to make it work. And so that was a good learning experience. And I kept my job because I had such great benefits, and I loved the environment and the people that I was working with. And I ended up also getting an opportunity to work with the management team there, it was just such a great experience for me. I learned a lot. My job was actually coaching my coworkers to overcome their obstacles and to reach their goals in their career. And so what I learned from that was that I just loved coaching. I loved it, and I really wanted to pursue that as a career, as well as the healing aspect of my job. And so I went to school to become a life coach, and I started out wanting to do women's empowerment coaching because I feel like that's so important, and we can really use more of that in the world. And what I found is that what I was coaching people about was career obstacles, goals, and building their businesses, finding the right job, meeting financial goals, all of that kind of thing. And where I felt like I really excelled was in coaching people who were like me, who were healers. And so over time, I realized that this process that I used to build up my own career, build up my own business, was the same process I was using with my coworkers at my massage job, and then later with my coaching clients. And so I decided to bring this out and help people to figure out their plan for success. And so when we're on the call together, that's what we'll be doing. We'll be using this process that I've used over and over again with great success to figure out what your plan's going to be, to completely customize a plan for you with what your situation is, your strengths, your resources, and we're going to figure out exactly what it is you need to do to become successful and love your life as a healer. So I really look forward to seeing you on that call. And if it seems like we're a good fit and you're interested in having my help further past the call, then maybe we'll get to work with each other. So we'll see how that part goes, but I'm just really looking forward to meeting you, talking to you, and creating that plan for you so you can get going with your career. So anyway, have a great day. I look forward